Hello, I'm Lisa Marley, and today I want to talk to you about a really fantastic product called seitan, and it's spelled Seitan. Some of you may be familiar with it, some of you may never have heard of it before, but it's a meat replacement product and it's all natural ingredients. And some people think when you have a meat alternative that it's really highly processed, and the beauty of seitan is that it's all natural, lovely ingredients. Now, Love Seitan have a fantastic range of products. And now this one we're going to use today is called Simply Seitan, and it's a low fat plant-based protein-rich food which becomes quite similar to the look and texture of meat, making it a really good substitute. And actually, do you know what? It's been documented that people in say like China, Japan and Vietnam have been eating it since the 16th century. And the beauty of it is, as I say, it's just dropped my glasses. It's really versatile, so you can add flavourings to it. So you can do like a chili and garlic. You can do dried herbs, and you can do tarragon and make it kind of like a chicken. And Love Seitan do a really amazing chicken burger. They do pepperoni that you can put on your pizza. But we're going to cook with this one today, which is actually really good for doing a katsu curry, or you can do a roast with it. So you can slice it. But I'm actually going to make it into chunks and put it in some teriyaki sticky sauce and have some noodles. So let's get going. So first of all, I'm going to heat my pan. I've got a little bit of rapeseed oil in there as well. And we're going to add in some red onion. Take a look in the pan. And to that, I'm going to let that heat up a little bit, and I'm just going to slice this open, and I'll show you once I've sliced it. So we just want my pan to heat up a bit. So it freezes as well. You can make your own, like with most things, like with bread and cakes, but sometimes it's really nice to have things made for you. So as you can see, if I just show you, you can open it up and just tear off some of the packaging, and then I'm going to slice off some nice chunky bits as well. But let's give my onions a bit of a stir so they don't want to burn. So I'm using red onions because they're sweeter, and I've sliced them. Oh, one's gone rogue. I've sliced them because I want them, that's just how I want them for this dish. I think it's nice because sometimes you dice, sometimes you chop. Today we are slicing, and also, I'll be completely honest with you, it's a really, oh, where you gone? Where have we gone? I've lost my cameraman. What it is, we've got a new gadget called a gimbal, and it's really intuitive, but it's a bit too clever for us at the moment. We haven't quite worked out how to use it. Anyway, so to the onions, I'm going to add sliced garlic, and some nice red chilli, and loads of fresh chopped ginger. Now, of course, you can grate your ginger, you can use ground ginger. You don't have to have big old chunks like me, but I really like the heat. It's really good for you. It really, there's a little party going when you're in your mouth with just this, with chilli, ginger, onion, some nice oil. So I'm just going to turn that down a tiny bit because I don't want it to burn. And what I tend to do, if it does start to burn a little bit, I'll just add a tiny little bit of water, and that will just help cool it down. It evaporates immediately. Anyway, so let's slice some of this. I'm left-handed, so it's really awkward for me to do it, so I'm just going to have to do it the way I do it. Slice it down. Now, it comes in smaller packs as well. You don't have to have the large pack like I've got here, but you can freeze it on day of opening. So that's only enough for two, so I don't need too much. You get a load of it. So the company I'm using is Love Seitan, Seitan. How you want to say it is completely up to you. Who cares? Just have a look on their website, because they've got loads of recipes as well. I'm just going to keep frying that off. tiny bit of water, as I said, just to be going, and this helps slice a little bit more. And as I said, you can actually make this yourself, and you use like things like my mind's just gone blank. You use gram flour, which is chickpea flour. You use vital flour, and then you also use nutritional yeast. So all very good for you. So I'm just going to coat the chunks in some plain flour, and then we're going to fry them off. We're going to add a tiny bit more oil. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a stir. So we're cooking in real time at the moment, but obviously I'm talking as well, so it takes, when you talk and cook, it obviously takes a little bit longer. But this is a really quick dish that you can do. I'm going to take that little bit out there because just a little bit of the onion skin. Okay, so tiny bit more oil, which obviously you don't have to add, but I'm going to. And I'm going to drop this in, tapping off the flour. Don't get my feet, Nathan, on camera. And then we're going to make a really lovely sticky sauce. A little bit of a cheat with the sauce, but who cares? It's the weekend, and you know, don't want to be. Well, I actually am in the kitchen all day, but that's because I want to be. But most people just want to have their, you know, don't want to necessarily be in the kitchen all day. So the flour will actually help thicken the sauce as well. Once I add it, I'm just going to stir that round. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit more water. Fry that off. So this is going to be a spicy seitan dish with some soba noodles, buckwheat soba noodles, very good for you. But just because it's good for you doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. This is absolutely packed with flavour and deliciousness. Right, so to this I'm going to add some deliciously versatile teriyaki. Oh, I put a little bit too much in. Never mind, more is more. I'm going to use a little bit of light soy sauce. Oops, I'm going to open it first. Oh, I bet Nigella's not this unorganised. Do you like the fact I just compared myself inadvertently to Nigella? A little bit of sesame oil. In that goes. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water to the pan because it will absorb it quite a lot. So just let that water evaporate away. You can always add more if you want your sauce to be a bit looser. And whilst we're just doing that, I'm just going to quickly turn on, that one, some boiling water. I'm going to cook my favourite noodles. They don't take long at all. I'm using these ones, buckwheat noodles, wheat and buckwheat. But there's quite a few different ones on the market. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to get them in. They don't take long at all. Just going to leave them there for a second. Not worried about them. Going to give my sauce a little stir and pour that in. Coat everything. Because we want that to be glossy and thick, and I might even add a little bit more teriyaki because I actually did it's probably enough for, possibly, yeah, 4 people here actually, thinking about it. Just going to turn it down a little bit and push my noodles down. I love noodles. Oh, the smell of this is absolutely fantastic. It's a shame you can't smell. So whilst that's just quickly cooking off, just check, I think I switched it off. Yep, we're good. Have a look at those noodles, how they're getting on. And I'm going to get my plate. Making a right mess today. And I've got some more chilli, I've got some more ginger. So I'm going to use that for decoration. Give this a good stir around so it's lovely and sticky and spicy and fragrant. And of course you can add your favourite herbs and spices to it as well. Really simple to use. Excuse me a moment, I'm just going to come over past you here and just check on my noodles. Have a look. So these don't take long at all. You literally just put them in boiling water. Just make sure they don't stick together, clump. And we're nearly there. Lunch is nearly served. Oh, I can't wait to try this. And I love the sweetness of teriyaki as well. Get all that lovely. Right, so last but not least, we're going to slice some more chilli. You might not be able to see this, but it doesn't matter. I'm just slicing up some chilli because in our house, everyone loves a little bit of chilli. And then stalks and all, coriander, cilantro, however you call it, wherever you are watching from. I've got an international audience. Right, I'm going to turn off my noodles before they boil over. And because obviously they're buckwheat, they are brown, so we won't get too close in. Oh, I hope that was nice and smooth. So I'm just going to drain off some excess water. Obviously you can use a colander and drain it off correctly. So just put that in the middle. I think that's plenty. And I'm going to just serve up some of this lovely, really I should have used a white plate thinking about it. Can you see? But never mind. So you've got those lovely big chunks that are going to be packed with flavour. Really delicious. Oh, look at that. Yum, yum, yum. So then I'm going to put on some that fresh coriander. Lovely fresh chilli. Obviously, you know, each to your own. And then I'm going to finish that off with some sesame seeds. So how about that? Super quick, super delicious. That is your love seitan and it is your teriyaki lunch. Happy weekend.